In last video, we have discussed up to the first activity to know the strength of fiber. Now the next one is the third type of synthetic fiber, that is polyester and acrylic. Polyester is another synthetic fiber. Fabric made from this fiber does not get wrinkled easily. It remains crisp and is easy to wash. So it is quite suitable for making dress material. You must have seen people wearing polyester shirts and other dresses. Terylene is a popular polyester. It can be drawn into very fine fibers that can be woven like any other yarn. So here polyester is one more synthetic fiber. So far we have discussed about nylon and rayon. Here polyester is one more synthetic fiber. The fabric made from this fiber does not get wrinkled easily. It remains crisp, means hard, and is easy to wash. So it is quite suitable for making different dress materials, shirts, etc. And here terylene is one of the popular polyester. Terylene is artificial textile fiber made from a polyester used to make light and bed linen, means the bed sheet outer covering. Okay, and here acrylic. Acrylic is a kind of plastic fiber paint made from acrylic acid. Acrylic meaning containing acryl, means sharp or bitter liquid which is present in onion. As you know that in this chapter the Pujo and Peheli story is given for better understanding about polyester. So here Peheli is asking question. My mother always buys PET bottles and PET jars for storing rice and sugar. I wonder what PET is. So PET, it's nothing but polyethylene terephthalate, is a very familiar form of polyester. It is used for making bottles, utensils, films, wires and many other useful products. We wear sweaters and use shawls or blankets in the winter. Many of these are actually not made from natural wool, though they appear to resemble wool. These are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber called acrylic. The wool obtained from natural sources is quite expensive, whereas clothes made from acrylic are relatively cheap. So yeah, acrylic is also a synthetic fiber. Acrylic are made out of cellulose and polyester has petrochemical as a raw material. Acrylic absorbs moisture and polyester does not absorb moisture. So whatever the sweaters and shawls we are wearing in winter season, those shawls and sweaters and blankets are made up of acrylic. They resemble like a natural wool, but they just appear like a wool, but they are synthetic fiber. The wool obtained from natural sources, they are quite expensive, whereas the clothes made from the acrylic are relatively cheap. As you can see here, these are acrylic blankets and shawls which are made up of the synthetic fiber acrylic. They are available in a variety of colors. Synthetic fibers are more durable and affordable, which makes them more popular than natural fibers. Means this polyester and acrylic, they are available in a variety of colors, and synthetic fibers are more durable, means long time use. We can use that synthetic fiber for a longer time, and affordable, which makes them more popular than natural fibers. Affordable means very low cost we can get this synthetic fibers. Next, the characteristics of synthetic fibers. Here totally 5 characteristics are there. Synthetic fibers possess unique characteristics which make them popular dress materials. First one, they dry up quickly, they are durable, they are less expensive, they are readily available and easy to maintain. So totally 5 characteristics of synthetic fibers are: first, they dry up quickly. Why they dry up quickly? Because they will not absorb much amount of the water. And they are durable, means for long time we can use this synthetic fibers. And they are less expensive, readily available, anywhere we can get the synthetic fiber, and easy to maintain. So here 5 characteristics are there of synthetic fibers. Next, second activity, take 2 cloth pieces of the same size, roughly half a meter square each. One of these should be from natural fiber, the other could be a synthetic fiber. You can take the help of your parents in selecting these pieces. Soak the pieces in different mugs, each containing the same amount of water. Take the pieces out of the containers after 5 minutes and spread them in a sun for a few minutes. Compare the volume of the water remaining in each container. So first we have to take here 2 cloth pieces of same size, half a meter square each. One should be from natural fiber and one piece of the synthetic fiber. And soak the pieces in different mugs, each containing the same amount of the water. Take the pieces out of the container after 5 minutes and spread them in the sun for a few minutes. Compare the volume of the water remaining in each container. First we have to take the 2 cloth pieces. One should be a natural fiber and another of the synthetic fiber. And we have to soak those cloth pieces in a water containing mug. After 5 minutes, remove the cloth pieces and spread them in the sun for a few minutes. And we have to compare the volume of the water remaining in each container. So, first we have to take the 2 cloth pieces. One is of the natural fiber and another is of the synthetic fiber. Next, what observation we'll get from this activity? Solution. It is observed that the volume of water of the container in which natural fiber is soaked contains less water as compared to the container in which synthetic fiber is soaked. Thus, natural fiber absorbs more water as compared to synthetic fiber. When both the fibers were spread in the sun, it was observed that synthetic fiber took less time to dry than natural fiber. So, your observation what we'll get? The container which contains the natural fibers, that container is containing the less amount of the water, and the container which contains the synthetic fiber, that container is containing the more amount of the water. Why the natural fiber container is containing less water? Because the natural fiber will absorb more amount of the water. The natural fiber will absorb more amount of the water and that container will contain less amount of the water. Thus, natural fiber absorb more water as compared to synthetic fiber. When both the fibers were spread in the sun, it was observed that synthetic fiber took less time to dry than natural fiber. Why? Because the synthetic fiber will not absorb more amount of the water.